If you're watching this episode, have you ever started a project only to get 20 minutes in, you feel this is going to take forever, you lose hope, you lose motivation, and you just quit? I started a painting job some time ago. I painted one wall and I said, I need someone. I've lost my motivation. I'm not going to continue with this. You start in January, the gym is full, February come, it is fade away. There's nobody left. Winter, it's quiet, you've got all the machines, and then literally this week, as we're recording this video in December, it is full again because people has got that motivation for going to the beach. So today we are going to dive into a topic, very important topic. What happens if emotion fails? What backup plan do you have? Because I believe people fall back onto their systems. Today we're going to talk about systems, why you need systems in every single area of your life. And if this is the very first time that you're watching one of our episodes, I want you to go to the bottom of this page, share your comments, share your thoughts on this episode, hit the like button, the subscribe button for more future content. Let me dive in. So systems, let me explain. Everyone is fired up until they're not. Everybody is motivated until you get punched in the face, Mike Tyson. Emotion is inconsistent, it's up and down, it's volatile. You need something that is stable. Something, especially when it gets to decision making, you need something stable. And systems are undefeatable. Systems is automatic. Systems show up when you don't feel like showing up. If you want a life and a business that doesn't fall apart the moment you get tired, overwhelmed, or unmotivated, you need a proper system that can carry you when your feelings don't. So today, I'm going to share a little bit of some of the stuff that I've read in books, some of the stuff that I've watched on episodes, podcasts, basically what the top 1% in the world is doing when it gets to systems. Because as a young entrepreneur, I sometimes feel very overwhelmed. The other day, I was actually, sitting at house and just said to my wife, I feel burned out. I really feel like this is just too much. And it's because I didn't pay attention to my systems. So for you to build something big, you can only go as big as your systems. So why I believe systems matter more than motivation, because most people rely only on motivation. They rely on the hype, the spark, the movie. They watch a motivational movie after motivational, and they almost get like, they build up resistance to this. It's almost like motivational movies are not motivating them anymore. So they have to go to more motivational stuff and more and more and more. It's like fireworks. And now the first time fireworks was awesome. The second time it's a little bit less awesome and less awesome. And later on there's fireworks happening, but you don't even care. Whereas systems is the power grid. Systems is the sustainability. That's with the foundation that you build on. So high performers don't ask, how do I stay motivated? High performers ask, how do I win when I don't feel motivated? Different question, but powerful question. That is a paradigm shift that I want to challenge you. If you're watching this episode, I want to challenge you. Ask yourself, how do I stay motivated, or how do I build a system that works when I don't feel like working, when I don't feel motivated? So let me start with the four. The first one is personal systems. Time systems, your personal time. Time is your most important asset. We all know this. I always start when I do a keynote, it's like, time is your most important asset. So the fact that you're sharing this, even watching this episode, the fact that you're sharing your time with me, I don't take it lightly. So now let me ask yourself a question. What is your hourly rate? 500 Rand an hour, 1,000 Rand an hour, 5,000 Rand an hour, 10,000 Rand an hour, 15, 20,000 Rand an hour, and you watching social media, you're doing laundry, you're sitting at home, standing in grocery lines, doing admin work, performing tasks, and I'm saying this respectfully, but performing tasks that someone that earns 50 Rands an hour should be performing. You're performing that stuff. You are your most expensive asset. And the wealthy people don't outsource because they're lazy or they think they're better than someone else. They outsource because they understand the value of their time. So let me share a couple of buyback tips. How can you buy back some of your time? And this is inspiration that I've drawn from Dan Martell. If you can, listen everything that you can find on Dan Martell. But firstly, delegate and outsource everything that is possible, everything that is a low-value task, your highest value work you should be doing in the morning when you're full of energy, and turn your car into a mobile university. Audiobooks, podcasts, everything that will add value. Listen to that sort of stuff. Don't listen to nonsense, and when you get to the next meeting, you're not motivated, you're not in this, because you don't have a system. Lastly, schedule your days. Don't wing them. Otherwise, your inbox will become a to-do list. Your inbox will be someone else's priorities that you will be doing. So schedule your priorities and then prioritize your schedule. Health systems, the second part of this. Health systems, very, very important to protect your body. Look after yourself. I go for a drip every 2-3 weeks because I know I need my energy levels high. You can't scale when you're exhausted. You can't lead when you're foggy. You can't inspire when you're drained. Your body is the engine and your mind is the operating system. And if either one of them crashes, everything else will fall apart. So high performers build health systems. A set bedtime, a wake-up alarm, a weekly workout routine. Every morning it's booked into their schedule, they go for a workout. Meal planning, outsource food preparation, a diet, like hire these sort of people. Normally when I say who's the next person you want to hire, a lot of people think it's business, but who do you want to hire in your personal life? Maybe a nanny, maybe a domestic person, maybe a gardener, maybe a dietitian, maybe a personal trainer. My wife gave birth to our beautiful baby girl 7-8 months ago, and she wanted to get her body back. So I said, let's recruit a personal trainer, do some research. She look who's the best in this area and look who's the best in our frame of reference, and let's recruit this person and help get this person to help you so that you can get your body back if that is important to you. Success is not built, especially health success, it's not built on grind alone. It's built on energy. You got to get your energy ready. Thirdly, relationship and family systems. So important. I've never heard someone say that I regret spending so much time with my family. So one thing that I can maybe state is your life will never be perfectly split into equal parts, especially if you've got systems. It will never allow you to be everywhere at once. But what I can say, and this is something that's really changed my life, is try to be present with whatever you're busy with. You might not always be, 50-50, but if you can be 90-10, 90% family, 10% at home, or sometimes 100% at work, 10% or 0% family, there's certain areas in your life where you're going to shift and move from one to the other and be 100% present. So be more present than trying to figure out balance. Like, for example, if you can spend an hour and a half or 2 hours, if you've got that sort of time, intentionally with people that you love, intentionally with people. If let's say it's 8 hours a day that you spend at work, and when you get home, like put your work aside and spend that valuable golden 2, 3, 4 hours that you've got left. Spend that and be intentional when you meet with your family. So a couple of tips how you can create this ideal system when it gets to family and relationships. Firstly, weekly family rituals. We try to have family dinners on Fridays, so we don't invite someone unless obviously we get invited. I'm not saying this is perfect, but we try to prioritize a family dinner on Fridays. We try to have dinner together, but Fridays is where we have deep conversations. We ask open questions. Schedule family nights, schedule date nights, schedule a date with your daughter, schedule a date with your son, whatever the case might be, schedule it. I use Sundays to plan my weeks, and during this week, that's why I plan these sort of engagements with them. The best in the world and the strongest families that stay together, they don't wing it, they design it. They make sure that holidays are booked in advance, a yearly plan. Sit with your wife, sit with your husband, and plan the year, January, February, March. Look at school holidays. When are you going to book what? As an example, what are you going to do for Christmas? Who's hosting Christmas? Who's hosting some of the holiday events that you want to do? What is some of the stuff that you want to put on a vision board that you want to do this year as a family? That is a system. And then lastly, business systems. So your business must eventually become a machine, not a personality, not chaos, not something that collapses if you take a week off. You want to spend that holiday with your spouse that I just challenged you on, and now for whatever reason your business falls apart. There are 3 business systems that you must master: operations, scale, and innovation. So let me start with operations. You have to document everything. Every operation in your business that you do more than once has to be documented. We call it a Standards Operationals Procedure Manual, or an SOP. It should be documented. It should be vapor to paper. Everything in your mind, everything that you know how to do, that should be placed on a business. Let me give you on a piece of paper. Let me give you an example. McDonald's. I personally believe there's better burgers out there than a McDonald's burger. That's my personal belief system. But I don't think there's a better system than McDonald's. And they've designed, if you haven't watched the movie, watch the movie How McDonald's Started. It was based on a system. So your operation, they've got an SOP. They've got a Standard Operations Procedure Manual. If Johnny takes over from Tom, then Johnny needs to know what Tom's responsibilities were. A checklist for everything. Recorded tutorials, walkthroughs, automation where possible, clear workflows. So anyone can step in there. What is the goal? The goal is to move everything on a documented set of of paper so that there's a standard. If they meet with Johnny, it's not a different standard than when they meet with Tom. It's a system. When your process is visible, it is scalable. So let's talk about the second one, scaling. You have to replace yourself. It might not be 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, but you have to eventually replace yourself. Most entrepreneurs are the most expensive employees, as I mentioned earlier, and that's a problem. You are the bottleneck in your company. You don't want to release anything. You don't want to give it over, but you complain because you overworked. Remember, 100% in nothing is 100% for nothing. 80% of something is still better than 100% of nothing. So scaling requires one mindset. Where am I not required? Start playing the replacement game. What can software do? What can AI do? What can people do better than you? Where are you not strong? Do a SWOT analysis on your own strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. What drains your energy but doesn't grow the business? You hate doing that, but you still do it because you think you can do it better than everybody else. Your presence is what matters. Your vision is what matters. Your decision making, your process to make decisions, your daily tasks, the stuff that you value that gives you energy, that is what matters. You scale the one important system, which is you, and I promise you're going to 2x, 3x, 4x your business next year. And then the third one, innovation. Reinvent on purpose. Innovation isn't random. Innovation isn't just I get a great idea. Innovation is designed. It's structured. It is curiosity that is structured. That's a way to explain it. The most successful companies don't stumble into breakthroughs. They schedule them. Innovation system might include quarterly reviews, customer feedback loops, looking at competition, studying competition, exploring new markets, looking for blue oceans, studying red oceans. What is keeping people in a red ocean? Identifying gaps. Maybe some of the competition is ignoring something. What are you looking at? Politics, geopolitical background, building satellite products, studying industries for inspiration. Innovation is discipline. It is not a lightning strike. Maybe to conclude this conversation that we're having today is, how do you operate in synergy? Because now, Steph, you've spoken about systems and there's all this. The reason I speak about systems is because if you've got personal systems, you feed your business success. And if your business success is freed up, you open your personal life. So you have systems designed to open up business. And when businesses open up, you open up your free life. So you can live the life you want to live. If you want to be a coach, you can become a coach. If you want to be a better father, if you want to spend and travel the world and see places, it's because your systems allow you to do so. Not your feelings, not your talent, your systems. If you're watching this episode, first time ever you've watched one of our episodes, I want you to try this. Don't just look at this and think, what a cool episode, or yes, I don't like this episode. Apply this. Just try it in your life. I've tried some of this. It's stuff that I've read in books, as I said, and it's changed my life. So I want you to choose one area, either personal or business, just one, not 10, not 5, one area in your personal life or in your business life that you're doing more than twice a day, a week, a month. If you're duplicating this, I want you to create a system for it. Document it firstly. If you need to record yourself doing something, record yourself, automate it, watch this video again, look at the framework that we've set out, review it, and build one system and let that system carry you. Give it over to the system. If you need to employ someone or give something over to someone else or a program, whatever, give it over. Because when emotion fades, systems won't. So build one system this week and let that carry you. And once you've done the first one, do the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one. Apply it in your business, apply it in your personal life. Recruit, get the right recruit, because 80% of something is still 100% better than nothing. Thanks for listening. Thanks for always commenting, sharing this with friends, family. If you're watching, following us on social, we're also on some of the other platforms. So share that with some of your friends that's only available on some of the other platforms. Let's keep building. Let's keep growing together. And let's keep on planning the plan. Enjoy.